3 months. Hi, Jack.
Is what might happen on this stream today. Yep, that's right. It's a horror stream. You know it is because I started it with a jump scare. Hello. Welcome. Today, I was going to play more Super Mario Galaxy. You were going to get a chill, casual little stream. But something inside of me, some evil part of me said, no, I don't want to do that. Because I saw that Film Theory done a new video about a series called VITA CARNIS. I gave it a little bit of research, and it appears to be an analog horror series. Now, I've been waiting.
3 months. Keep doing
you scare me.
PH1
God, why would you scare me like that? Thank you for the 3 months, but God, you didn't have to do that. Gracie Rose.
Glue.
I mean, wrong one. Solia even. Ah! It's 2 people in a row now. Come on now. Anyway. Yes, this is VITA CARNIS. I don't know much about it. Something about living meat. That's all it says. Just living meat. The drawings look very creepy though. And I think that's all that really matters. So I guess we're gonna watch VITA CARNIS now. I do have hiccups, by the way. Well, I just held my breath before starting stream to make them go away, but something feels wrong in my diaphragm, and I just we'll see if I don't know if this is the end of the hiccups, is what I'm saying. But either way, I want to watch this VITA CARNIS thing. So we're gonna watch this VITA CARNIS thing. All I know is it's creepy. And if you want to watch it uninterrupted, you should consider subscribing. Because at the top of the hour, every hour, like usual, I will run the top of the hour ad. Now, there's 55 minutes to go. You've got 55 minutes to make your decision. So don't stress, don't fret. At the end of the day, you don't have to subscribe. But if you don't want to see any ads, I'd recommend it. Anyway. Thank you so much to everyone who's subbed so far. I'm going to quickly check my door is
at my
locked
mom's for her
because
birthday, but can't
I've got
stop
this
that
weird
Jack
paranoia that it
Manifold
isn't.
grind.
And then I'm going to be back. Thank you for the sub!
Four months. You.
The door was not locked. The meat could have got inside. Thank God I saved myself from the living meat. I wouldn't want to succumb to the meat. I wouldn't want to come to...
As a ghost myself, I approve the spooky streams.
Thank you.
Seriously, thanks
Confused
for the
spooky
content,
ghost.
Jack. Less than
Of
3.
course. Thank you for the 6 months. Oh, God. My diaphragm.
Wig.
Wig? I don't wear one of those. My girlfriend does that. It's a wig. If you ever see my if you ever meet my girlfriend in person, by the way, or just no, in person, just compliment her on the wig.
Let's
Tell her
go.
that you just couldn't tell it was a wig. Be like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't even know that was a wig. Just say that. Is it true? No, but it's a lie that her friend made up, and I've just been running with it. I just like to remind her that she wears a wig. She doesn't. It is a lie. It is a lie. You should get a wig. I do actually have wigs in my cupboard, but you know, Anyway, please. Coding Fate, thank you.
Jack. 28 months.
Thank you for the 28
holy
months.
shit.
All right.
Very excited to watch more analog horror.
As am I. So what, we're going to turn off the sound on the donos for now. We'll turn it off for a second. While we watch VITA CARNIS, eh? Let me turn that off. Soft as yellow, thank you for the prime. I didn't turn this heart off at the end of the last You Laugh You Lose. Okay. We're ready. Scary Microwave, thank you for the prime. I'm also excited about VITA CARNIS. Okay. This video talks about, shows imagery of graphic content, like gore, violence, death, flashing lights, viewer discretion, which I think is spelled correctly, is advised. Thank you for the 300 bits. So looking around for more analog horror content to consume, so thank you for streaming this. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome.
Yay, 20 months, smiley face.
Hooray! Oh, no, sorry. They don't know it's saying, my cat's getting his balls chopped off, but that won't stop the Jack Manifold grind. Never mind. Okay. There's only a couple of donos left, so I'm going to let them play, and then we're going to...
I was just looking around for more analog horror content to consume, so thank you for streaming this, hee hee.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Anyway, we're nearly done. Wigless.
Wigless.
Yeah, thank you for the 8 months. And then, finally. What does VITA CARNIS mean? I don't know. I'm not Latin. B-Boy in a Bucket. Thank you for the 10 months.
This is one of my favorite analog horror series. I hop WUOU like it, Mr. Manifold and JackManifold love too.
Thank you. What's Latin? Language. Anyway, let's get on with this. Let's get straight on with this. This is classified material, people. Federal law provides severe and civil and criminal penalties for the unauthorized viewing of this footage. Any reproduction, distribution, or display of this video is prohibited. The possession of this footage may lead to into investigation and detention. If released from custody, the apprehended will face a penalty of $500,000. So this is pretty fucking... This is big shit. I'm going to assume this is fake. I don't think they're actually going to arrest me for this.
Life has
Wait, hold on. Subtitles, please.
Life has thrived for millions of years.
Mm-hmm.
Creatures big and small
Almost a year of being on that manifold grind.
Yo, thank you for the 11 months.
Environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found.
It can. It can.
Earth has homed these creatures.
Alright, they're
since the dawn of
creepy
life
as fuck.
itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself.
How?
That
What?
is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these.
I don't. Why are they called the National Living Meat Research? Like they're like, what do we call our research into animals? What's a funny way of saying animals? I know. Living meat. Meat that is alive. That's what animals are. Just meat we haven't turned into food yet. The fuck?
Creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms?
Yeah, what are they?
Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our science...
Two very sound, logical conclusions. It could only either be demons from hell or, you know, aliens. They're the only two things that new animals that land on Earth could be. They couldn't just have evolved.
Have discovered.
Thanks for everything,
No.
Jack. Love you. Hope you have a great day. Less than 3.
Thank you, Lusuda. Appreciate the 18 months. Thank you for all the subs today, by the way. It's come through very quick. Appreciate it.
The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We
Happy
don't know
10
why
months.
or how.
Thank you.
But one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home.
Yeah, they live here now. That's
What
true.
these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know.
Yeah, let me know, please.
These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones.
The same as every fucking animal on Earth, by the way, but go on.
They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics,
that is a bit weird.
they have been named accordingly as VITA CARNIS. The Carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their Carnis relatives.
Okay, that's
the Carnis
fine.
only appear.
Again, these sound relatively normal creatures. They just don't have skin, which is weird. But, like, they just... like, there's a lot of animals that eat other animals and don't eat themselves. That's, like, very, very normal.
In places where there is an abundance
Holy
of crawl,
shark, 10 months.
which leads to the first
Holy
creature of the
shark
Carnis
indeed.
species. The crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi.
Okay.
A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings.
Okay, so
the ends of these tendrils
it's just tendrils with blood.
Are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth.
Okay.
The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although,
okay, very
the crawl
normal,
also
yeah.
obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis.
Oh, okay. I thought it just wasn't going to explain. It was like, it also obtains energy through other means. I thought I was just going to be it. Never mind.
The dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the
These are
world
the 15 months.
and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead.
Oh, okay.
The crawl's
This is a good thing.
grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well.
Oh,
The presence
okay.
of all
These things
these
are great.
animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again.
Oh, so this is just a... Okay, so the crawl sounds like a very... Sounds great, right? Like, it's a kind of weird, creepy concept, sure. Like, it's like these fucking, like vines of blood. But, like, in fucking theory, they're, like, perfect, right? They, you know, they feed plants, which feeds animals. Animals can feed on them. And then all the waste from the new animals allows them to feed. So, you know, they sound great. Crawl could solve climate change. Yeah, we need to get some crawl. We need to get some crawl up in here. I like this. I like this weird plant thing. I like this weird blood plant. We should get one of these.
This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all populations thrive.
Good.
Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage.
Oh, sick.
Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been supernatural rate of growth.
Radio tower overgrown with crawl. Alright, doesn't seem a big deal.
And its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic
cool.
farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality.
Oh, great.
The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans.
Bro has some obnoxiously long arms. Did he always have those in the last image as well? Bro's arms are unfathomably long. That looks like Tommy Fury. Why? Bro is an orangutan. Why are his arms this long? Bro does not have to bend down to touch his toes. All right, what? Also, yeah, he has feet at the end of his arms. He's very weird. I'm not sure I like this guy.
And reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards.
Okay, well, that's fine. Not a big deal.
The crawl also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings. The trimmings.
No. There was
3
something
months
there.
with Prime Pog. Reminder to use your Prime.
Use your Prime! It is free! No ads for you! Supports me! Very good! Yeah, thank you for reminding me to do that.
Woo 6 months with Big Man.
Thank you. What happened there? Once upon a time... Okay. Odd. I can't read that. But once upon a time... Also, there was this weird image here that I can't quite make out. But yeah, okay. King, Queen, Prince. Interesting. Okay, so these crawlers have generated new life. Something we should know.
The trimmings.
Yes, the trimmings.
Trimmings are small animals
Oh.
that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique.
Christ,
each
they're
with
gross.
a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball.
Oh, they're not huge then.
Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to...
Can they reproduce themselves, though? That's what I'm curious about. Does everything that's like VITA CARNIS come from the crawl? Or can it reproduce itself?
Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals.
Okay, makes sense.
Although it's
Oh, they're fucking... They look in pain. You know what I mean? Like, that thing looks in pain. You know what? Yeah, they're just gross. Like, that's what I'm realizing about the VITA CARNIS. They don't sound actually in any way threatening. They just look really gross, and I think that's it. If anything, they sound like they're really, really good for the environment. But yeah, as I say, they're just very gross.
Thanks to my Amazon Prime sub, I've
Yes?
been able to subscribe to Jack for free for 15 months.
That's more than a year!
Dear chatter. Just click that button. Do it. Trust me.
You can trust them. They're a mod.
It is a cowardly creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off
Amy, thank you
very
for the prime.
regularly by predators.
I'm not stinky. I smell great.
Naturally,
I showered
its
today.
population would eventually die out. This is not the case.
What?
Overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out.
Oh. Mass trimming infestation. Okay, so there's a lot of them.
This is not the case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, what's a
Maximum
decent
lifespan of
pace?
2 to 4 years.
Okay.
Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night.
Oh, okay. They're just pests.
Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets.
Pokemon or something. Also 7 months woo.
There's something really... That's gross. Who the fuck would want to keep it as a pet? But also there's something really funny about it, like chilling in a fucking dog bed with its funny little grin. Someone was like, this is like those people that take in weird fucking animals as pets. I can't understand them. Thank you, the 19 months. I can't wrap my head around people that are like, oh, but it's a baby. I'm like, it's a gross little flesh thing. It shouldn't be in a dog bed, I don't think.
And relatively domesticate them. nuisance or not.
Do you pet them? Because I imagine they're in constant pain. Like if you were to touch exposed flesh, you know what I mean? Like they look in agony. Like it looks like if it was to touch fabric, it would adhere to its fucking slimy flesh and like peel off painfully. I don't know. I just, you know.
They're a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold.
Are they?
The next species on our list is the meat snake.
Usually, you know, I've heard of a meat snake before, but it isn't generally appropriate to talk about in this sort of... Not sure about this meat snake, you know? I just don't know.
The meat snake.
She VITA on my meat snake till I carnis. Fuck's sake. Really? She VITA on my meat snake till I carnis? Christ almighty. That is quite funny though. It says meat snake. Let's be for real. That is a penis. We're discussing penis in this episode. I mean, whatever. Let's keep watching. But
the meat snake is a worm-like creature made of a variety of types of...
If it's worm-like, why don't we call it the meat worm? If it's not like a snake and it's instead like a worm.
Meat coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length. Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters.
Oh, that's huge.
Under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length.
Why under natural disaster, war, or plague would it get bigger? That doesn't make sense.
Although, under extreme conditions, like natural...
Like, I don't get that. What? I don't get that at all. Why would it get bigger? More food? Yeah, does it feed on people? I feel like it feeds on people.
War or plague, it can greatly...
What was that? Largest meat snake ever discovered. During a sweep underground settlement made during the war, massive sized meat snake was discovered stuck inside an underground railway. The beast was measured at a total 40 fucking meters. Oh my god. It's believed that bodies gathered during the war were fed to the creature, causing it to reach an unbelievable size. Yeah, okay, so it does feed on dead bodies. Fuck me. That's ridiculous.
Surpass this length. The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake.
That's good then, because I guess alive humans aren't in danger. The meat snake's tongue shares great resemblance to a reptilian snake tongue, being able to feel the environment and collect particles.
It locates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and
yeah,
feel
but
its
jaw looks weird.
The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many...
Look at the bottom of its jaw, like the way it like unhinges into two separate bits. Like its tongue doesn't feel like it feels like it can't... Like it looks like its tongue would be constantly hanging below its jaw because there's no flesh there. There's just a gap, right? So it'd be like the two bits here, and then the tongue feels like it would be like dangling, which is really gross to think about.
To regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name. Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin, and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that,
I'm confused
the
why.
remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract, and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't feed so much for like energy as it does just to grow.
Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted.
That's probably gross.
Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its...
But what if it consumes several skulls? Because it said it can't do skulls. So what, it like keeps it the first skull it consumes, then shits out all the others? I'm confused.
lifespan, It will swap or replace these skulls if needed.
Oh, can replace them.
A
Okay.
meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years. The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals.
Okay.
The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Interestingly, the meat snake is
Oh!
the only member of the Carnis family that is able to reproduce.
Oh,
When a
it can
meat
reproduce.
snake reaches an excessive size and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting
Oh, what the
itself
fuck?
in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways
Yeah, but
and live on as two distinct organisms.
Okay, but do they like halve in size or like what happens? Like, is it smaller now? Oh my god. Oh, I don't like that the meat snake is the one that can reproduce. I didn't mind the fucking weird little what are they called? These guys the trimmings. The trimmings are like gross, but like fine. They're cute in their own way. Meat snakes are actually kind of scary.
Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold.
The UK. Look at the UK looks mostly safe. Look at that. The UK doesn't get too many. I'm feeling better now.
Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes. Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease.
Oh, wow.
Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to...
I don't like that they just, like, every butcher has a pet, like, fucking meat snake. I completely get that, like, that is, like, in this fucking universe that they're creating, a very, like, environmentally conscious thing to do, but it's weird. And I don't like that in war, they just have them on each side, like, right, go on, mate. We've killed a bunch of people in the war today. Go have a snack.
Bodies and parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
Christ.
They are extremely tame, not caring if any creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal.
Yeah, it's got a weird face. But, I mean, that's good. That it's docile and it doesn't really hurt anyone unless you try and take its food away. It's like poorly trained dogs, you know? And people have those in their house, so really, it's alright.
This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
I don't like that they smell. Of course they smell. Oh, even the drawing looks fucking awful. Do you mean the mimic? What do you mean it could just look like people? It was fine when it was like weird little animals, as much as they were weird, and now it can pretend to be a fucking person. What's this? Being stranded at sea, the young prince eventually was cast to an island. Injured, the prince stumbled his way into a nearby cave. The prince used what magic he could to put himself into a healing sleep. Oh, this is that prince from earlier, right? Okay. Very curious what this whole, like, prince story is to do with.
The mimic. The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy.
Coating of durable membrane. Oh my god. Look at it. Oh, it's weird and I don't like it.
They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length,
I can tell.
limbs,
Yep.
bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile.
I wouldn't call that a smile. I'd call that a gaping maw, you know? Type of thing that you don't look too deep into lest you lose your head. I wouldn't really call this thing, you know, a smile. I think that's makes it too friendly.
Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped.
Yeah, no, I figured.
The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes it a carnivore.
A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
That's fucking creepy. Don't just shut up there.
Because of this, they are found solely around human populated
Look at
areas.
that smile, smiling face, smiling face.
Yep, nope, yep, I was, thank you. Cheers. Beg you do that pose. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. 3.5 subs. Oh, Christ.
The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning.
Okay.
Its
Oh my,
hunting
wait,
style
is it?
changes and becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human populated area and begin its search for an easy target. To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture.
What do you mean clothing? What do you mean it puts on clobber? It puts on clobber and sits on the street like, hello, I am just a person. I have skin. I have skin and will not eat you. Hello. Please come near me. I'm a human with, I'm just wearing face paint.
Once a target has been found,
what do you mean it can use mimic in a Nike tracksuit? What do you mean? What do you mean it can dress? Does it dress fashionable? That's what I want to know. Does it have like a fashion sense?
Mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night.
It's smart!
The mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal.
Stationary mimic found outside of a town, presumably digesting last night's meal. Oh, they just fucking stand there while they digest. Oh, that's weird. Can you... Also, right, now we've learnt the context of these fucking things. You'd be fucking horrified, wouldn't you? You'd be horrified if you were taking that picture.
The drip is crazy.
We don't know what they wear! You can't say the drip is crazy. You have no way of knowing. Would look good wearing your merch. Everyone looks good wearing Jack Manifold merch. It would look pretty good.
Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either...
Fuck off. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh, the knocking at the door. No, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't anticipate the knock at the door. And it's exactly in the direction of my door. My door is there. It knocked in this ear. The door is there. It was believable. That is not fair. It was on exactly the right... It was exactly where my fucking door is.
Lure or startle prey into cornering themselves. Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
Oh, fuck off. There's a video of it. Am I gonna get jump scared? I'm on edge. I'm edged. I'm edging. I'm on edge. Music. What do you mean music? Oh, stop this. Prevent. I don't like this. Oh dear. That's shockingly well animated. Holy fuck! Holy fuck, that was sick! Sorry, I realize I'm supposed to be scared now, but that was cool. That was really well made. Hold on, let's go back. That looks like practical effects. That looks like a costume. That's crazy. I think that's actually practical effects. That's crazy. That's so cool. That's sick. You don't get many people using practical effects these days. When like CGI is so fucking accessible. Like it's cool to see people using practical stuff. It's very, very cool. I like that a lot.
Ye 4 months.
Thank you for the 4 months.
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has 2 potential morphs it may develop into.
Oh Christ.
If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being.
Fuck off, will
It
it?
can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively.
Of course it can.
The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now
It looks like the fucking marionette from FNAF, doesn't it? I'm looking at it now.
coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet.
Yeah, they're really smart by the sounds of things. This isn't very good.
Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter.
Oh, good.
Here are the instructions.
Thank you.
1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings.
Yep, it's always good.
2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities.
Ah, it's digesting,
3.
okay.
If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route.
Okay.
4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time.
That's really good to know. Bullets don't work on this thing. Bullets, you know, the thing that kill everything? Turns out it doesn't kill this thing. So that's great.
Instead, use it as a
Yeah, what are the local authorities about to do? I have no idea.
barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks.
Alright.
6.
Basically, just defend yourself. No point attacking the fucking thing.
In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey and will move on.
Green like a frog, thank you for the tier 1.
Be safe
Almost 2
and
years,
avoid
wow,
any
wow.
encounter
Thank you for nearly 2 years. Holy shit, thank you.
with a mimic at all costs.
What about fire? Maybe fireworks, just off the back of the fact that it works on the fucking... What's it called? The worms. The
Next
snakes.
The harvester.
Of course. Oh. There's a little bit of an in-between there. But the prince's sleep was long. He slept for what seemed like forever. As he slept, the land around him changed and grew. It was all unrecognizable from when the prince first arrived. But the sleep still needed time to heal the prince. Much more time. But it kept the prince safe while he rested, guarding him from elements as the land changed. I feel like this is gonna... I feel like this is like the world changed while someone was away sort of narrative, and the change will be the fact that the fucking VITA CARNIS exist.
The Harvester.
Yeah, what the fuck is this thing?
The Harvester is a large, bulbous mass.
I feel like nothing's going to be as creepy as the Mimic. I feel like as humans, the scariest thing to us is something that can kill us, especially something that we can't immediately recognize as a threat, like something that can pretend to be a fucking human. So, like... Yeah, I feel like this isn't going to creep me out. The Mimic's going to be the creepiest.
Large amount of tendrils spreading from the base.
Yep, I can see that.
The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter.
So pretty big, but not
The
huge,
tendrils,
huge.
on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally.
Fuck me, okay.
The Harvester is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvester is created when a node that will grow into a harvester, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground.
Yeah, okay.
The harvester is equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils. The first type is bulky and flat. They lie the closest to the surface. These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom. On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever.
Portal 2 reference. Guys, they said neurotoxin. That's from Portal. Portal has neurotoxin. Portal's my favorite game, guys. Guys, Portal reference. Can we get a clap? Guys, can we clap? Can we please, Drake's in the chat. Guys, Portal reference, anyway.
Causing sudden paralysis. The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting.
Oh, fucking hell, that's gross.
Whenever a large animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently. Once the prey has been injected with both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding.
Of course.
All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss. Once the prey has bled out, the second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches are thick, but very sturdy. They share similar anatomy to the small branches of the crawl, equipped with organelle that absorbs nutrients. These tendrils sense the blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood...
You know what? I feel like the one thing I'm impressed by with this series so far, bar like the practical effects thing, is like these are really well thought out creatures. Like they've thought about exactly how they would fit into an ecosystem, like to the point where like the crawl is like harvested. So like I really like the way they've like it's really well written. Like it's very detailed and like nothing about it makes me go doesn't really make much sense. Like it kind of does. Like, everything kind of makes sense. Like, you can see why it would evolve like that and things. It's just kind of cool. I don't know. I haven't seen anything in a while that kind of makes you go, oh, this is really, really like well thought out.
Has been consumed. The tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards. This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps. The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main...
Because that makes less... Oh, no, it's decaying. So actually, no, if it's decaying...
And move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid.
Okay, so they drink
Once
blood
the blood
first.
has been consumed, the tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards. This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground.
This makes less sense. This is probably the least, like that. That's like... Okay, that seems... The most nonsensical so far, but
once
still.
secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps. The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main bulb of the harvester. This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom glands that pump into the spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy.
There are organisms that do that. Well, there are things. Like, I think it's the idea that it like kind of grabs onto it and then like somehow shuffles it through the soil. Like, I don't know. Keyword slowly. Yeah, I guess. It does make... It isn't... It's really not that bad. I'm just, like... I was just saying how realistic it seemed, and then I was like, well, that one actually... This is the only one that made me go, But overall, it's still pretty good. Also, someone said Dream SMP egg in real life. Kind of.
The remains underground decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals.
I love the symbiotic relationships they're creating. Like, I love this idea of, like the crawl made life flourish because it caused more plant life, which caused more animals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love that. Like, plants grow near it because it obviously creates very fertilizer-rich soil. Like, that's cool writing. I fuck with that.
Behavior the harvester displays as its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected. The spines will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens.
Go on.
It could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return,
okay,
making it not worth the time.
Makes sense.
Another could be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive and lure more predators. It truly is astonishing.
Interesting.
Although it is a
it's very clever as well.
Creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests. If you are stung by a harvester, there will be no way of helping you, being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
Fuck me, that made me jump. What did that say? Where is it? Family attacked by harvester. Authorities refused to handle the harvester. Christ.
The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place. If you are
It's how far, like bear in mind, like the egg is like 2 by 3 meters, so it's big, but like it's not fucking huge. And its tendrils can stretch out to 150 meters. I mean, you might not even fucking notice the thing before you're in range of its tendrils. So, like, I don't know, you know? Like, 100 meters is, like... It's a good way. Like, if you're in, like a wooded area, or, like, there's some big crops around it, like, you're fucked.
Take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are
cool.
harvesters around.
That's how they did it.
If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area, and there are no signs of wildlife, this is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks. If you find yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, do not panic. Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you. Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements. Remain calm. If you have any objects with...
What does it mean it's rather forgiving?
Like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where the object lands, distracting the bulb for a moment. You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from the bulb. If possible, throw another object when you are certain you are a fair enough distance away, just to be safe. Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way. You may come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a harvester's next meal.
Makes sense?
Next up is...
You know what, actually, I was about to say the crawl won't be beaten in scariness, and I'm like, okay, sorry, not the crawl, the mimics. And the mimics are definitely still the scariest, but the harvester's like, no, that's still kind of scary. Because it's so, like... Shit, you might just accident. I think, you know what creeps me out about these? This, like, series creates a world where this shit is just normal, and you just kind of have to go about your day, like, hey, if you go out into nature, one of those things might be there. And it's like how if you go into a forest in California, you might encounter a bear, and that's a scary thing. Like, this is like that. You know? Like, this is the same thing. It's like, fuck. This world is filled with these scary creatures. But the scariest ones are the mimics because they, like all the others, kind of hang around outside of human-populated areas. Like, the fucking snakes just only go after dead things anyway, so you got no issue. The little fucking baby ones are no problem. Like, the mimics are the ones that, like, oh, they just might be bopping around your town. and they're smart. So like, I don't know. Like, I'm freaked out by those.
The host.
The host, yeah, it also sounds fucking horrific. It's Austin show. Okay. There it is. Waiting for that. Oh, Christ, I can't fucking read that. Critters was spilling food. Not sure.
The host of influence.
Host of influence?
The host of...
That's me. I'm the host of influence. I'm the most influential guy there is. They call me an influencer because I'm so influential. They call me the host of influence. That's me on the screen.
Influence, more commonly referred
Mouth slit blends into neck muscles. Large appendage.
to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host, a harborer of parasites or disease.
Okay.
The host is a semi-humanoid looking organism. It has the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristics.
Oh, okay.
The lower half of the host is comprised of a mass of fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place.
Okay, so it can't move.
Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover any large exposed areas, but allowing movement. The host's head has a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding.
Right, that's also
On the host's
awful.
back is a mound of pores. Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards. These hairs are barrels that release spores produced within host's body by being fired into the air.
So it's kind of like a fungus. They really like the word tendrils. A lot of these creatures... I mean, look, if they're all born of, like, the crawl, which is just like vines, a.k.a. tendrils, yeah, they're all going to have a lot of tendrils, you know?
Spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs.
Okay. Ooh.
Luckily, within host's body by
There's a
being
thing there.
fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs.
Can't tell what I'm looking at there. Weird.
Luckily,
Shit. There was more. People inside a building? Okay.
Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America.
Oh, sick. Okay, I'm chilling.
Obtained
Fuck you, Americans. You guys suck. You have more dangerous things than me. I'm British and I'm going to be fine.
info about the host is a
We only have mimics.
very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one.
Oh, because of the spores, right?
The spores released by a host is very dangerous when inhaled. A host will release a cloud of spores into the air, which will be picked up by wind and carried
Oh,
great
Christ,
distances.
yeah.
If an organism inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them.
With what?
An
do
infected
you mean,
organism
infect them?
will show no
Oh, here we go.
symptoms of infection right away, but
Oh.
a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change.
Oh.
The first symptoms that appear are restlessness,
Oh, Christ. Is it like a mind control thing? Is it like a mind control creature?
sluggish movement,
They download Twitter. They follow Elon Musk on Twitter.
numbness of joints, and lack of coordination.
Oh, Christ.
Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These include dizziness, migraines, impaired speech, and trembles. If you, or someone you know show these symptoms, contact poison control or emergency services. After a total of 6 to 7 hours after infection, the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk.
Fuck me. God, it just cuts to shit sometimes. Twitter Blue subscribers. Yeah, this is what Twitter Blue subscribers are.
The direction the infected will walk is towards the host whose spores have been inhaled by the infected individual.
Okay.
If the infected makes their way to the host, they will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs, and the host will promptly gut and remove those organs.
That's horrific. You're telling me with this... Alright, if you're American, you can just be walking. They're relatively rare. But then you can just breathe some funny air. You can breathe some fucking creature farts. And you go like, ugh. And then you're like, oh, this is fine. And you go home. And you slowly start feeling a bit weird. And then you're like, oh, don't mind me. I'm off for a stroll to be gutted. And then you go get gutted and die. And you subscribe to Twitter Blue, which is the worst part. My God.
The host will consume them and discard the leftover scraps.
Well, how does it turn around? It's stuck to the ground.
However, if an infected organism doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is treated for their infection, the effects will wear off and return back to normal.
Oh, cool. So if your friend gets infected and you don't manage to get them cured in time, just lock them in the house? Wait, so what's the point of getting cured? Because you can just lock your pal in the house. Right? Like, I don't really... Because it said if they don't reach it in 36 hours... Or I guess just to speed it up. Yeah, maybe it's faster. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, I think it's just fast.
If a host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location.
Oh, it can just move. Oh, it can just unroot. Why is it rooted then? What's the point in being rooted if it can just... if it sometimes wants to move?
There's scarce numbers and...
Does it, like, absorb nutrients from the ground in some capacity? Conserving energy? Maybe.
The hazard of being around one.
I'm just trying to... the only reason I'm thinking is because, you know, when they've created such, like, sensible evolutionary traits for all the creatures so far, it seems weird for this one just to be rooted because... Like, I don't know, I'm just kind of curious.
Makes getting info about...
I guess maybe just because of what it's evolved from. But, like, plenty of other... I'm not sure, because there are plenty of other things it's evolved... that evolved from its, like, source, being the crawl, like, do move, so... You know.
The host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous, and should be avoided at all costs. Next, the monoliths.
Christ. What's this? Although one day the critters found the cave while searching for food. They found the prince in his healing sleep. The critters were so awestruck and enchanted by the prince's magic.
The monoliths. The monolith is a very new creature, only showing up in June of 1972 in the area of...
Weird.
There are only 7 monoliths, all of them located in a circular position, 1.5 kilometers in diameter.
Oh, there's a fire. There's a fire engine. I almost called it a fire machine. I forgot what fire engines were called. I always want to call them fire ambulances. And I was like, what the fuck? Fire machine. Fire thing. Yeah, now it's getting all cultish. Someone mentioned a cult in chat. Now it feels a bit culty because like this is a weird sort of like ritualistic thing.
This ring of monoliths surround...
Loud.
The monolith is a Titanic-sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height.
Fucking
Each monolith
God.
has 2 trunk legs that are firmly embedded
Oh, that's wild.
underground. The legs connect to a torso. The creature itself is made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck, fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle, with a hole in its center.
Illuminati.
On each side of the monolith,
Dude, what was the Illuminati theme again? I forgot.
arms would be. There are dozens of long, rope-like appendages. These reach just barely to the ground. At the creature's feet, the strands go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away.
Oh, interesting. Why? Thank you for the 12 months. Appreciate it.
Let's go.
What the monoliths do is simply stand and do nothing. The only
Oh.
activity documented that the monoliths have done was in...
Why is this all redacted?
During this period, they were extremely aggressive. When the group of
Fuck!
were making their way to the city, the monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out. When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough to top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast. completely knocking the vehicles out in the vicinity. Finally, long-distance rockets were fired and struck the creature.
Ooh. Okay.
Although damaged, it regenerated at great speed and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently, now only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions to these meat beings. And finally, the last creature on this list is...
Circle, circle. It is a little circle. What was that? Okay. Oh. I can't read that. Who's this creature? Why are they here? Are they dangerous? I thought... Because the little critters argued about the prince. Singularity. Is an orb comprised of dark, something material, with hints of luminous colours in its core. The singularity is estimated to be 1 meter in diameter. The orb has several unique qualities that are not well understood. The singularity typically can be found suspended in air by an unseen force. There are also a variety of reading that have coming from the orb itself. Various things like magnetic fields, energy somethings, and other pattern-like signals released by the singularity. The population of these creatures is unknown. Almost all info about the singularity is hidden or confidential by officials. We were only able to receive one classified document.
Is an orb comprised of a dark-colored mineral with hints of luminous color.
Oh, it's reading that out. The thing I just struggled to read, the text is reading it out.
Colors within its core. The singularity is estimated to be 1
Great.
meter in diameter. The orb has several unique qualities that are not well understood. The singularity typically can be found suspended in air by an unseen force. There are also a variety of reading that have been documented coming from the orb itself. Various things like magnetic fields, energy signatures, and
okay.
other pattern-like signals released by the singularity. The population of these creatures is unknown. Almost all info about the singularity is hidden or confiscated by officials. We were only able to receive one classified document about the singularity being held by...
I don't like the music. I don't like things that repeat lots. They're creepy.
Marvelous and majestic world that exists today. It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the lives of these living meat creatures.
Yeah, that was really weird. Thanks for watching. More to come. Yeah, they're really cool. Don't get me wrong. Really, really sick, right? Very cool. Like, each creature makes a lot of sense. They're all kind of creepy in their own right. Cool, right? That is weird, though. Like, towards the end, like, the monoliths and the singularity are weird. All the others were kind of, like, naturally, like, they fit into the environment, and then it gets kind of weirdly ritualistic. But there's more videos. So this is just introducing us to all the creatures. On this channel, there are more videos, as we can see. So this we just watched all of these. They were released as individual videos, but there's one big documentary. But then there's like VITA CARNIS, Cook at Home Kitchen.
What's your opinion on the meat snake?
It's weird, and its name reminds me of a penis. But yeah, so here's a VITA CARNIS video called Cooking at Home Kitchen, Cheese Crawl Penne Cook-Along, which looks like they figured out how to cook the crawl. So let's watch that, I guess.
This could be the greatest discovery of the age.
Okay, scrolling through TV.
Have any information of the whereabouts of...
No, wait, no, go back. Roll that back a second. Vince, okay. Okay, he's just a missing guy. His name's Vincent Barrier. I guess we, what's the CSIS? What's that? What's the CSIS? He's a Canadian guy, so maybe... Oh, apologies, I did a little burp. Is that a Canadian thing? I don't know what the CSIS is. We could Google it, actually. Center for Strategic and International Studies is what shows up. Is it not a real thing? Oh, it's the Canadian Secret Service. Okay, it is a thing. Right, okay, so Canadian guy goes missing, Vincent Barrier. I guess we bear that in mind.
Be making a dish that has recently gained a fair amount of popularity. Today's dish will be a cheesy crawl penne.
He's not missing. Wait, is he not missing? I thought I said missing. Hold on. Let's go back a second. Oh, no, he's just wanted. He's not missing. I just made this up. He's wanted interprovincial travel, production of sensitive material. Oh, it's as if he maybe is the guy that leaked all this. Okay, never mind. He's not missing. He's just wanted.
Be making a dish that has recently gained a fair amount of popularity. Today's dish will be a cheesy crawl penne.
Really lacks like any sauce. Looks dry as fuck. Looks really dry. Average British food. It's Italian. It's penne. Come on now. It's Italian.
These will be the ingredients.
Kay's cooking actually does look like a Kay's cooking dish. It looks slightly more edible though. It just needs a little bit more grime to be Kay's cooking, but it's nearly there. Yeah, you're almost right.
3 cups of penne pasta. Roughly 3 cups worth of fresh crawl. Try to get a variety of sizes when you buy yours, or when you harvest them yourself. 1 cup of cheese. Half a cup of green onion. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of Cajun spice. 2 tablespoons of parsley.
Oh yeah, let me put on captions, sorry.
1 tablespoon of dill. 1 tablespoon of garlic.
Uh-huh.
A pinch of pepper.
Lots of
And
ingredients.
finally, the most crucial ingredient. Nutrier Company's newly released flavor enhancer.
To bring out the richness of flavor within each and every meal. It's really weird. Flavor enhancer. That sounds like a weird
To
thing.
bring out the richness of flavor.
Too much seasoning can't be British.
Within each and every meal. First, get a medium.
Oh, I don't like the all black outfit with the like yellow latex gloves. It seems like it's made by. It makes the food look like it's made by like a kinky minion. I don't really like that.
Sized pot and fill half of it with water.
Tremendous pour from our minion friend here.
Add a pinch of salt, which is used to help the pot come to a boil faster.
Someone said the logo is the same as the host of influence hidden screen. Oh, is it? Interesting.
And help flavor the pasta. Then, set aside to boil. Grab your crawl and a sharp knife. Begin to cut the meat into a rough mince.
What did they make this shit out of? That's what I'm intrigued by. What is the crawl here? Well, don't add sound.
Crawl is soft on the outside, but the interior has a surprising sturdiness.
Yeah, that's weird.
Gather the meat and set aside.
Yeah, you know, that's a perfectly good mince. That's finely chopped enough. So why would you not mince it with, like, I don't know, a mincer? Like one of those machines that minces meat, as opposed to just kind of chopping it a bit. That seems very gross. Also, that's just, that bit isn't even chopped. Oh, no, apparently it'll do.
Mince the green onion into rough segments.
You see, this seems well done. Ish, actually. This person's really quite shit at chopping.
Take this mince
I don't trust this person's cooking.
well.
This fucking weird minion.
Next, grab your skillet and preheat with along some oil. Take your minced
This looks
crawl and
awful.
spread it evenly across the skillet.
He has a gas mask, did he?
And as well with along. Next, grab your skillet and preheat with
Where did you
along
notice
some
that?
oil.
Some people said he's a mimic. I don't think he's a mimic. I don't see why. I'm not convinced yet.
Take your minced crawl and spread it evenly across the skillet.
If it was a mimic, I doubt it'd be like working on camera. Like I don't know, you know. It's covering all skin, which is sus. I will give you that, but I think it's really weird that it's cooking for a TV show. Like they just hunt down lonely people to eat, you know. Like I did say they can mimic people and blend into society, but I doubt they go and get jobs and shit. That's not the sort of impression that I got. I don't know.
Occasionally until crisp and brown. As your water reaches a boil,
the fucking edited in Steam.
add your penne and stir occasionally.
That's perfect. The fucking crudely edited on Steam. Steam.gif. Oh, because it's literally not on a pot, like a fucking thing. That's so funny.
At this time, your crawl will be brown and crisp.
Ah, yes, of course. It just happily got minced like that. That's just what happens. You roughly chop that shit. It's just gonna fall apart when you apply some heat.
Add your minced green onion and then the spices.
Ah, yeah, spices is what's gonna fix this.
Mix well. Once your pasta is finished cooking, strain it.
I'd be doing that shit sometimes. I've got a strainer that I pop in my sink.
Lay your cooked penne evenly into your dish. Then add the crawl topping.
Nothing really has happened in this video. It's getting towards the
Sprinkle a
end.
generous amount
It's
of
confusing.
cheese along the still
Thank you for the
warm
pound.
crawl for it to
And if
melt.
my grandmother had tendrils, she'd be a crawl.
Thank you. Gas mask. Where's everyone saying gas mask? Where are you seeing it?
Lay your cooked penne evenly into your dish.
Oh, yeah. Huh. That is weird. Alright, now I'm a little bit more on side with you that this is weird.
Then add the crawl topping. Sprinkle a generous amount of cheese along the still warm crawl for it to melt.
Yeah. Looks lovely.
At this point, finish preparing the dish with your flavor enhancer, but allow your dish to
I don't
cool
like
to a
this.
temperature below 60
Why did the music get weird?
Celsius, or else the enhancer will not work.
Okay. Flavor enhancer.
And now, you may serve and enjoy.
You may serve! There are... Hey, guys! You may serve. Oh. Oh. I don't like this. It's very loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it was hurting my ears and I'm getting scared. Who are they? Oh. A little bit of a JPEG image at the end there. Although the other critters ignored the rest of their fellow kind, instead they secretly visited the slumbering visitor. They snuck what little food they had and carefully fed it to the prince, greatly hastening their recovery. That has got to be spores, I swear. Oh, you're saying the flavor enhancer is the spores? It is like that weird spores shit. Huh. Maybe. That is weird, actually. I get where you're coming from. Yeah. So, like, you're saying... Like, yeah, they are the same color. It's yellow like the diagram for it. Yeah, it could. Maybe? Would explain why he needs the mask. Yeah, I when he had the gas mask on, I was assuming that, like, it was in case of spores, but I couldn't figure out why there would be spores in that studio. And to keep it at room temperature. They said not to get the dish over 60 degrees. Spores denature at high heat. Huh. Yeah. Okay, but why are they trying to feed people spores? Like, why is the company actively trying to get people to approach a host? It's weird. That's very weird. And I'd love to figure it out right now, but sadly, I missed the top of the hour. That's right. It's been almost 20 minutes and I haven't yet ran the top of the hour ad. Can you believe it? I simply cannot. But people, simply speaking, there is a minute-long ad that we have to run right now. You see, I ask that all viewers try to support the stream in whatever way they can. And now I understand not everyone can afford to donate or subscribe. Not everyone has that income, and I completely get it. We're in a cost of living crisis. It's a difficult time right now, and I get that completely. So, for those of you who can't afford to sub, for those of you who can't afford to donate, I have an option. Simply stay tuned. Leave the stream running on your phone as you are right now, and watch the minute worth of ads that is about to play. Do not click away. You don't even have to watch it. Just leave it running on your phone while you do something else. After a minute, I'll be right back. The content will resume. We'll keep watching VITA CARNIS, but you watch that ad, and it greatly supports me by giving me money, which I use to pay my bills. Now, of course, if that doesn't sound good to you, if you really don't like the idea of having to sit through some ads, then, of course, you can skip them all for the next 30 days by subscribing for the low price of $4.99, meaning you'll never have your content interrupted. And, of course, there's an even cheaper way of doing that, which is by clicking subscribe and seeing whether you have the free Prime option, like Scalestra had. Oh, I've got hiccups again. And if you do, you can subscribe for free, supporting me and skipping all the ads for the next 30 days. It's that simple. And, of course, if you don't subscribe with Prime, say you have a Prime available, say you click subscribe right now and you see that the Prime option's there and you don't use it, what are you? I've got hiccups so bad. What are you, a fiend? You can't use that money anywhere else. You might as well use it here. You're just robbing me of an experience that you can't even have. Anyway, I'm going to run the ad now so I can hold my breath and try and get rid of these hiccups. Do feel free to enjoy. Take care. I will see you all in a second. Oh, I got hiccups so bad. Human...
Hi.
Human Ribsage, thank you for the Prime 4 months. Appreciate it. 2 seconds, I'm just going to check if I got an email I've been waiting on. I haven't. That's not good. Oh my god, I've got such terrible hiccups. Subs, I'm going to hold my breath. Give us 2 seconds. Oh, I hiccuped right as I did that.
Hello Jack. Have you heard of Amanda the Adventurer? A horror game about, probably demonic, cartoon cassette tapes. I think you might enjoy it. Anyway, have fun, watch NG some meat.
Sorry, I was still holding my breath. I held my breath longer than the ads to get rid of the hiccups. Apologies. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Hope you're all well. Sorry about that. I just have such high lung capacity. What can I say? But yeah, I had to hold my breath. Apparently you're supposed to hold it until you can't hold it anymore. It doesn't really work. So, you know, I mean, yeah, that's what I got told. So I always hold it for as long as I physically can. But that, yeah, we did it. Either way, we've now got more VITA CARNIS to watch. In fact, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 VITA CARNIS videos remaining. So, without further ado, let's watch the next one, eh? Why not?
Many people get pets for companionship. They form bonds and grow relationships with these animals, even to the point of them being considered a part of the family.
It's very cute.
Most people get dogs or cats.
They do.
But maybe you want
That's
something
a
more
very
interesting.
cute puppy. Wait, hold on.
Cats.
That's an adorable puppy. I mean, I love cats. Don't get me wrong, but I take him home. Oh, he's great, isn't he?
But maybe you want something more interesting.
Oh, I really miss having a dog, but I just don't have the sort of life that allows for one. I'm traveling all the time. But I'd love a dog. I love dogs.
Then, you may want to get yourself a trimming. These lumps...
That's so cool! Like covering it in a blanket so you can use the puppet. That's such a cool idea.
These lumps of meat have grown a reputation to be a loving companion for many people in the recent months. Although, most people may not know the proper ways to care for
Such a gross little puppet.
them. Today, we will be showing you how you can care for your pet trimming. Taking care of a trimming is fairly easy, but this is no reason to slack off. They are living things and do require maintenance.
Of course. Yeah, you don't want to neglect them.
The first thing to keep in mind when keeping a trimming is the temperature of your home.
Mm-hmm.
While trimmings are resilient to both high and low conditions, you want to keep your base temperature near room temp, maybe slightly cooler. That being said, trimmings prefer warmer areas to nest.
Oh, okay.
A simple
That's
setup
cute.
you may use
They sleep
is a
by the
box
fire.
with some blankets on the inside.
Oh, they like little blankies so they can get warm when they go to
there is
bed.
enough for your
Gross little
trimming to
flesh
cover
creatures that
itself.
like to get snuggled up.
And now, you have
Oh,
a
he's all
bed
snuggled and he's
ready.
gross and fleshy.
Next, you want to give your trimming the best diet possible. Trimmings are not picky eaters, and will eat anything you give them. To keep your trimming healthy and strong, a diet of dry cat or dog food that is high in protein, provided 2 times a day, is best.
Oh, okay.
As a treat, you may give your trimming any scraps of your food. Things like apple cores, banana peels, or eggshells.
Why did she go British for banana? Also, eggshells, what the fuck? But she didn't say banana. She went egg cores, banana peels. Like, what did she...
Best. As a treat, you may give your trimming any scraps of your food.
Hola Jack.
Things
Hola. Thank you for the £1.
like apple cores, banana peels,
Banana peels. It's weird.
or eggshells are a perfect snack. A thing to remember is trimmings are nocturnal and make plenty of noise. To prevent
That sucks. Yeah, that's a cute little pet. Not only are they fleshy and gross, like I was like kind of warming to them when they snuggled in blankets, but now they fucking scream all night. Now fuck off.
Prevent you from having sleepless nights. Try to give your trimmings first meal in the late morning or afternoon. This helps them be active during these times instead. Another thing to consider if you want a pet trimming is where they will be living.
Tasmania, thank you for the tier 1.
Silly baby noise. What a cutie.
It's not
Can
a
we
silly
have
baby
one,
noise, is
Jack?
it? It's gross. Thank you for the 28 months. What do you mean, can we have one? Get your own one. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm sorry.
Your home should have enough space for your trimming to roam around, as well as access
Yeah, it's very
to the
agile.
outdoors, like a backyard. If not, be sure to take your trimmings on regular walks. This gives your trimming the exercise they need,
That's
as well
cute.
as allowing them to meet other trimmings. Trimmings are a social creature and need to interact with others of their kind, like how they do in the wild.
That's weird. Imagine like your mate gets another one of these fleshy little creatures and you just like walk them together. That's odd.
When it comes to entertainment, trimmings are not the most active and aren't...
I kind of like that, like they just keep setting the puppet down, and obviously they can't move it when they're not got their hand in it, so they'll just like throw shit at it and it does
the
nothing.
best at fetch or tug of war. But here are other ways to keep your trimming entertained. Some
TV.
toys that trimmings like are little items they can push, around, pull, or carry. Trimmings also enjoy things that you enjoy as well. Like watching the television, items...
Oh wait, they actually do like the TV. I was joking. They just actually like sticking on Cartoon Network and like chilling out and they blanket. I fuck with them a little bit. Like, you know, I do like them a little bit.
The radio. They love seeing and listening to all the funny things coming from the devices. After a long day, your trimming might be dirty and need a wash. To clean them, start your bath with a gentle warm water, mixed...
Bro's got jets in his bath. Whoever you, what's this guy's name again? Darian Killoy. Killoy? I don't know how you say your name, but you're a rich guy, you got jets in your bath.
with a bit of hand or body wash. Gently scrub the trimming's feet, armpits, belly, and neck fold. Remember to be careful around their face and avoid getting soap in their eyes, nose, and mouth.
Of course.
Gently pat dry with a towel when done. Now your buddy is all clean.
Funny. Little boop on the nose. Why is nothing
And
happening?
lastly, as said before, trimmings are social creatures, so be sure to give them plenty of affection. They love receiving pats, scratches, and pets.
The
I
real
just can't
question is
believe
where
that.
and how do they shit? Do you have to pick it up like dogs? Also, I don't want to imagine the smell if they shit in your bed after taking too much ibuprofen.
I don't think they take that, and I think it's a really weird thing to suggest they might do. It's a really weird thing to call out on this stream. I don't know why they would take too much ibuprofen. That's a really weird thing to say, and I don't understand the relevance. But I can imagine they just smell anyway. The meat snakes do. Right? I imagine they stink. I don't know why everyone's laughing in the chat.
They also love to sit with you and cuddle. Since they communicate with each other in the wild, it is best to replicate this behavior with them as well. Simply talking to them is plenty enough. You can talk about your day, if anything interesting happened at work, if you are working on any new recipes, or talk about the weather. Trimmings are very
The
good
recipes thing was
listeners
weird.
and love to be involved. With all of these in mind, you are now well equipped to have a trimming become a part of the family.
Of course.
Do
Clearly.
things right, and you will have a companion for a long while.
8 to 12? I thought it originally said its lifespan was 2 to 4. Did it not say that? Like in the first video, I swear it said its lifespan was 2 to 4 years. It said 8 to 12. Their spies telling them everything. Yeah, I'm getting a weird vibe from that. 2 to 4 in the wild. Yeah, maybe. I feel like more creepiness is going to ensue. Okay, maybe not. Alright. Nothing too interesting in that video. It's kind of a fun one. I'm really worried about Mimic Defense instructional video and also the fact that it's 21 minutes long. I feel like it's going to be a very uncomfortable watch. 2 images flashed there? Oh, they did? Oh, they did. Yeah, I didn't even fucking notice. One day, the prince awoke suddenly. Thanks to the critter's assistance, the healing process had finished very quickly. The prince had fully recovered and was now fully awake and aware of their surroundings. Surprised by the sudden awakening, the critters ducked and hid, I think it said, from the prince's sight. Was there anything else, or was it just the same image twice? I think it was just the same. I think it was just the same image twice. Okay, interesting. Right, okay. Next one, I guess. Sound like a lighter starting rather than tape, but whatever. Okay. Very cool shade of blue. Warning, the unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or viewing of the following footage is strictly prohibited. Infringements of these instructions leads to severe penalties enforced by federal law. Discard this tape immediately. Why is this one... Why is this one... and not... Okay, this one you shouldn't watch.
In the year of 1945, with the war finally ended, the cleanup process had started. During routine sweep of an underground train tunnel, the cleanup crew made a grotesque discovery. Found completely filling the tunnel was a meaty wall.
What I'm wondering is, how do those creatures, you know, make more of themselves?
And only the meat snake can reproduce. The others just stem off from the crawl, which is like a weird plant-like, viney sort of structure. They all kind of stem off. And the meat snakes undergo mitosis. So, I'll put on the subtitles. Yeah. They don't reproduce, bar this guy. And he just kind of splits into two.
In the center of the mass was an opening with several skulls surrounding it. Closer inspection of the blockage revealed that the mass was actually an extremely engorged meat snake. Its impeccable size had blocked off the entirety of the tunnel's path.
Wild.
There was many strange things with this creature. First was the coloration. A typical meat snake's color is bright reds and light browns.
Mm-hmm.
This particular meat snake was a very deep maroon.
Okay.
Another strange thing about it was its behavior. This creature barely moved. Meat snakes are normally sluggish.
Oh, it's got like several skulls as teeth, because usually they just... So the thing it said is like they just absorb a skull and they use that as its own skull. This one's just absorbed like 6 skulls and used it as an array of teeth.
Its impeccable size had blocked off the entirety of the tunnel's path. There was many strange things with this creature. First was the coloration. A typical meat snake's color is bright reds and light browns.
Yeah, let's get that.
The strange thing about it was its behavior. This creature barely moved. Meat snakes are normally sluggish and encumbersome, but the specimen discovered seemed to lack even basic motor functions. Its behavior was that of a plant's. Stationary, with only minor movements within. One would assume it was dead. The reason the meat snake may act this way may be because it was completely lodged in place and minimized movements to conserve energy. But how would it have gotten this deep into the tunnel in the first place? And by the looks of weathering, it had been in there for quite some time. So how did it get so large?
Eating.
The answer was discovered by a different cleaning crew, who found the other end of the tunnel. They followed it until it met with the other end of the meat snake. Alongside it was a huge pile of
Fuck off. God, I hate when they do that.
Can I keep a meat snake as a pet?
Butchers do, to get rid of their disposable meat. So, If you're a butcher, or perhaps own a zoo, yes.
End of the meat
Sorry.
snake. Alongside it was a huge pile of End of the meat
Wait,
snake.
there's a picture.
Alongside it was a huge pile of
Carcasses. Yeah, it's just like carcasses and shit.
This meat snake's skin also displayed great amounts of resilience. It took several days of cutting to even obtain a sample. Here, you can see the clear difference between this meat snake specimen versus a normal meat snake's membrane.
Almost, thank you for the pound.
The trimmings remind me of the YouTube Chanel Daisy Brown. Haven't watched it in years, but I really it being creepy and cool.
Never heard of it, but I might give it a watch. Thank you.
To damage. It tolerated extreme freezing temperatures, extreme heat temperatures, and even high doses of radiation.
Oh, wow.
It is a wonder how such durability can occur in an organic creature. Another strange phenomenon is the smell off the skin. Normally, it would have a sour smell of rotting flesh. But the specimen displayed a rather pleasant smell. That of cooking scrambled eggs. Meat snake
the fuck?
Was later
That's weird.
Discovered to be missing by unknown survivors. How the meat snake...
Hang on. You can't just throw, like, pictures at me and expect me not to want to know what they are. It was missing. Soldier Boy.
How the meat snake grew in size was discovered to be...
What? Don't just turn telly off now. Don't turn telly off now, we're intrigued. I guess it was just eating bodies. One of the critters built the courage to meet the now awake stranger. They crawled to the prince's side and extended their hand in friendship. The priest reached back, and together they formed the bond that will change their fate. Was that a link? Did someone say that was a link? Where did they see a link? Was there a weird logo on his lapel pin? I am willing to check for you.
By unknown survivors.
I don't think so.
How the meat snake grew in size was the...
I wonder if any of the videos have like...
pets for companionship.
It doesn't seem like it. Alright, the next video puts me on edge. The circle with the triangle. Is that a thing? Oh, was the flavor... Oh, yeah, it is. So it is. You are right, actually. Yeah. Circle with the triangle is the flavor enhancer, people. God, you guys are doing well today. Usually I'm quite good at picking up on small details, but I'm missing a lot today. Thank you for keeping me... Huh. You are right. It's the cooking product and the host's secret image. Weird. Huh. You guys are very, like, on top of this. Alright, well, there's a big video to watch now. That is a great shame, but I would like to watch it still, if that's okay. Okay, there we are. Just wouldn't let me click yes. It just told me and was like, this video has these things. And it was like, I was like, okay, I'll still watch it. I'm not looking forward to this one, but I'm very like, I think this one could be very good. So, let's give it a go. This one seems a fucking scary one. But yeah, content warning for, you know, that. Hold on, I don't like the fact that my blinds are open. Let me close these real quick. Something very like... Maybe the videos are getting to me slightly, but it was creeping me out a little bit that my window was right next to me. I also really don't like that I don't have any socks on. It makes me feel vulnerable. My feet feel vulnerable under my desk. I might even put them up on my chair. I might screw up into a little ball like this. Emergency alert. Yep.
As of the time of this video's release,
Oh my god.
we have been facing a concerning increase of missing
That's the
persons and
80s.
fatalities on a global scale. The
Right.
reason for this is because we are under attack. We have discovered that there has been a significant growth of mimic populations, which is threatening public safety.
That's not good.
National leaders have released this instructional recording to teach you on how to defend yourself.
Oh, thank
Here's
you.
what you need to know about the threat. Mimics are humanoid, intelligent predators
Yeah, it
that are
seems
highly
like it.
adaptive and feed solely on human prey. Mimics gain information on people by watching their daily lives and pick to hunt people when they are most vulnerable. The most common times a mimic will attack is when you are asleep, out walking alone, or in a cornered position. Mimics are cautious and calculative creatures, taking precautions to ensure a success.
I don't like that I'm very cornered in this room. It puts me on edge. There's only one door out. And what if there's a mimic? I'm wigging myself out.
Full hunt. They utilize various tactics to capture a person by surprise.
He does look very surprised.
One of the more well-known tactics is hiding itself inside of furniture to blend into its environment. Common objects that mimics can hide in.
Oh, the eye in the fucking bed frame is awful. That's horrendous. Also, again, very sick that they use practical effects here, but
Inside our sofas, recliners, wardrobes, ottomans, and other places a mimic can comfortably wait. Mimics are able to contort their body in ways that allow them to fit inside smaller places. They also use it to expand their body.
I've got a closet over there. This room is feeling more and more dangerous by the second, can I just say. There's so much furniture.
Making themselves appear larger for intimidation.
Why would they need to intimidate you? Why, there's nothing you can do to fight back. They're bullet immune.
Used to blend in is their ability to put on and wear clothing. Mimics put on layers of shirts, pants, and jackets to hide their bright red skin and blend into densely populated areas. In very rare cases, mimics can develop and grow to look very similar to human beings.
I've heard.
Pairing this with clothing, it can be very hard to tell the difference between a mimic and a person right away. If you are unsure if a person is a mimic, look out for key features that may reveal their true form.
That's scary as
Look
fuck.
for abnormal facial features, like large, bulbous eyes, flat noses, wide mouths and an uncanny smile, and clammy skin.
Yep,
Also pay
they're
attention
very creepy.
to other exposed
They're very those aren't nice
parts like
pictures.
hands. Mimic people will have long fingers with no fingernails. If you are unable to see their face or hands, watch their walking pattern. Mimics' legs are long and hunched.
You see, I am beginning to think that maybe that cooking guy was a mimic, but I don't know.
Their walking will be unusual and irregular. Here is what you do if you are met with a mimic.
I just don't know why it would just be cooking. But I guess if it's showing people how to add these spores as like the flavor enhancer into their food, then I guess it makes more sense for a mimic to be involved.
Stands before you.
They have
Do
no
not
very normal.
panic. Stand your ground and try to appear larger. Wave your hands and make plenty of noise. Maintain eye contact. A mimic will hesitate to attack a potential threat. If you are armed with a weapon, aim for the head or legs.
It said they were bullet immune.
Areas to hit to immobilize the threat.
I'm not trusting this video so far because this is exactly what the other video told you not to do.
Fight back and don't let it get a hold on you. If you find a mimic that hasn't discovered you yet, stay out of sight. Call the authorities and alert them of your location.
So they were resistant, not immune. Yeah, but I don't know.
Stay where you are to avoid startling the mimic. If the mimic gives chase, run. Try to get somewhere out of sight and hide. Do not leave.
That was in the video, right?
Run. Try to get.
No, that isn't. What the fuck?
Don't beat the meat, they're resistant to it.
Hold on. There was a loud thud for a second, and then I listened, and I don't...
The mimic. If the mimic gives chase, run. Try to get somewhere out of sight and hide.
There was no thud. There's no thud in the video. Now, I realize that I live in an apartment building where other people can open and close their doors and, you know, all that goodness. But, you know, look, now, I understand that this is a fictional series. I understand this is a fictional series that is simply made for entertainment. However, I'm listening to a video about how being cornered in a room is a very bad idea for these home invading killers. And here I am cornered in a room and my house starts making noise. I'm just a little bit on edge is all. You're trying to calm yourself down, aren't you? No! I'm just going to carry on watching this, but with the lights on for a bit. Is all. Maybe when we hit more subs, I'll turn it off. Maybe when we hit 69 subs, I'll turn the lights off.
Do not leave the area. Officials will need to locate you to help. Stay low and stay quiet. With the information you have learned, use it well and stay safe.
Good. I will. Thank you. I don't have a gun. Okay. Evidence tape. Christopher and Janet. Oh, shit. Christopher and Janice case, 1983. Observe footage for confidential information completed. Discard and destroy all copies of this tape immediately. Okay. Christ, this is going to be really fucking scary.
Got it. Let's see. Yep, it's working.
Oh, subtitles.
Hey, can we get a move on? Cool. One sec. Yeah.
I don't rate this at all.
Hello.
I thought you only had 30 minutes of tape on that.
Why are they censored?
Just gotta see how it works. Like,
Yeah, well,
I've never got
Oh.
to use one of these.
Christ.
It's too bad. You were the only person who could film with me, so you're gonna have to put up with it.
Fine.
Screw you. Screw you.
Screw you.
Still way too dark. One sec. There we go. Hello.
Yeah, she's like, why do we have to do this at night? Yeah, I would not be going outside at night time fucking ever if those things existed.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. You got some light now. But look at that over there. You can't see anything unless I like point directly over there. Like, nope, can't see nothing.
I hate this.
Are you sure we should be out this late?
This sucks, by the way.
Fine, I'll cook you stuff when we get home. Don't worry.
I'm hungry.
Too bad.
This guy's kind of a dick. He's endangering this girl, and then she's like, I'm hungry, and he's like, get over it. Woman. Why is this guy just such a dick? This is awful. This is very good horror content. I haven't been freaked out by horror in a while. We haven't found a good analog horror series that really like made me go, oh, I don't like this in a while.
Wait. Ah, shit.
What? What?
But it's still turns off and on randomly for some reason. Like, it's the best thing I could get my hands on, though.
Oh.
Turning on and off, but it's the only thing that they would give me. It works, though. I just gotta watch.
This is gnarly.
It's not my fault this guy lives in a fucking dump. We're almost there. We just gotta get through the woods.
Why are we filming this guy?
You see it, though? Hopefully I show up on camera, though. Hopefully there are lights out there. Like, people still live there, right? Can't be that bad.
Why are they... What are they filming? Where are they going? That's what I'm confused about. Like, where are they headed? To somewhere out in the middle of nowhere where someone lives?
But it was just one guy. I don't know why. Like, why would they get rid of everything? Dogs barking are never a good sign.
No.
The sky looks nice. This thing can't capture it. I can barely capture the ground in front of me.
Oh, this sucks so bad. Why would you walk alone at night? Like, why do you have to go see this one dude at night? Like, go in the day, bro. Well, he's not alone. Yeah, but one other person isn't doing much.
So, what are we doing?
It's their crack dealer.
Well, supposedly they found some guy.
Okay.
Like, it was like a grody scene. Like, it was disgusting.
Okay.
Like they had to get rid of the trailer he was in, and then like they didn't let anyone nearby, and it was like this big conspiracy. So I'm filming that.
So they found, like, a dead guy. Like, the authorities, and it was gross, and they had to clear out the whole place. No one could go near, and he's going over there to film it.
Hopefully I get a good mark for it.
What do you mean to get a good mark for it? Who's grading this? Bro's also wasting his film, yes. What a strange individual. Journalism class? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think any school is going to give you credit for doing, like, going out at night like this. Bearing in mind, in this universe, it's heavily advised against because of, I don't know, the mimics.
There we go, we're getting close.
I'm filming a dead body. Yeah, exactly. I'm just confused.
Careful.
Yeah, be careful of the bushes. God forbid you run into any danger out here, like bushes. Nothing worse could happen, though. Just bushes. You get 7 months. He gives a hearty sniff there, boy.
You know where we're going?
Yeah, we're almost there. We're on the road. We're right next to it.
On the road again. What's your live? Thank you so much for the 15 months.
This is too scary. Can you play Stardew Valley instead, fam?
No, I can't. Sorry, fam. I want to watch this too bad.
Come on. It's not too on the road.
What was this?
You know where we're going?
Yeah, we're almost there. We're on the road. We're right next to it. Like, it's literally up there.
Okay.
Come on. It's not too late yet.
Hungry.
Yeah, but it's dark.
That's
And she's
alright.
hungry.
Yeah? I'm still hungry.
Soon, okay? We're almost there. It'll be like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? We're on the road. We're almost there. We just got past the tree line. make the way to the trailer park. Then we can
Okay.
go home. Okay? Okay. I don't want to be out here either. It's a weird place.
You clearly do. This was your idea, Dick. Oh, I fucking hate this guy.
See, we're right here. You go ahead. You can't see a thing.
Where am I even going?
Just up here. There should be a path. Right there. Yeah, right here. See, I found the path. We're all good.
You do appear all good. For now. Why are you letting her go first? Ladies first. It's the common, that's the, you know, it's a common adage. He's such a mouth breather. Fucking hell. Breathe with your nose. No, he's clearly congested, actually. He did that earlier. Where'd she go? What have you stood still? Oh, fuck off. This is creepy. Speak or something, you fucking weirdo! Where'd the lady go? I do not fuck with you, bro. God! Oh, she's there. Okay. It's at least good.
This way.
8 fluffy potatoes. Are you really prime?
I think this way. Yo, look at this. I didn't see this on my way over here last time.
Loud noise.
Cool.
And car.
Like, we could get a shot of this in, like, atmosphere, you know?
Also, there's probably a mimic hiding in it.
Hold on. One sec. Let me get a good lighting on that.
I feel like there's going to be a mimic inside. Like a hand's going to come around.
Cool. Like, look, there's, like, old stuff here as well. Anyways.
Oh! I hate it! I hate it lots. Is he under spores, maybe? Oh, perhaps, but I doubt it. So they go all way, like, weirdly sluggish and, like, have weird speech and stuff. I don't know if I'm expecting him to get, like, charged or, like, stalked. Most health-conscious film students.
We're on the flat part now. Yeah, we're close. Trailer should be right up ahead.
God. You suck dick, bro. You suck. He makes me so mad. He's also said they were close, like, yeah, like 20
This is where everyone was. There's no one here now, though. Not a single building in sight. Except, like, way over there. But
I heard a weird noise.
there's no one here. It's the strangest thing.
Okay, leave then. You did your investigative journalism. Dip. Leave.
This is the spot. Right here. Yeah. This thing. Okay.
What do you mean this thing? It's
So
just
you
dirt.
take the camera and the light. Point it at me, but don't point it at my eyes, please.
Boo.
Ah! Rose, why would you do that? Why are
Take
their
a part
faces
back.
censored? Oh god, I'm so on edge. Wait. Oh my god.
Alright, second. And we do a little read. Okay. Year 1980, teenage boy was coming home from the trailer late night.
It doesn't even subtitle it. That sucks. All right, wait, we're gonna have to turn this up really loud.
All right, give me a second.
Okay, he reads something here.
We do a little read.
Hold on.
Okay. Year 1980, teenage boy was coming home from the trailer late night. Although, when he arrived at home, he found a grisly scene. Detail Barar, his father that he came home to, was found dead. A grisly scene lies before him. Police were called and came to investigate. Strange thing though, they immediately closed off everything. No one was allowed near, but only a few witnesses saw what truly happened there. For some reason, the police were acting very weird, trying to keep everyone away and telling little information. And when the information was released to the public, they say it was a suicide. Although, the trailer and most people living nearby moved away pretty much immediately. Police say it was a suicide, but the witnesses that did catch an eye of what happened say the scene was much too grisly to be that. But police haven't come out about anything yet. So that's why I'm here to answer what truly happened. And that's it for now.
You said grizzly way too much.
What?
You said grizzly way too much.
Yeah, he said grizzly like 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, should I retry?
Sure.
Okay.
Pause.
I don't do it again.
Alright, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even get that one.
Wait,
Lol.
why is it rolling? Did you catch that?
Oh.
30 minutes to film, and yet you screwed. I needed someone to film.
Dude's now pissed because she fucking messed up his filming. He's like, oh, I already had 30 minutes of tape. And you screwed up my take, even though I wasted all the tape filming the entire walk here. But it's your fault for you fucked it up. Also, he's like complaining there's only 30 minutes of tape, but the whole thing was that she didn't record by accident, so she didn't even waste any tape. He could have just like if he had enough tape to film that, then he still will, because she didn't. This guy's, he makes no sense.
Pretty scary out here. I understand. Yeah, because like back there was the perfect time for a serial killer to just jump out and grab us, you know?
Yeah, just make her feel comfortable, you fucking moron.
No, scary enough as is. Chris? Chris?
What the fuck?
Chris?
Oh.
Where are you?
Oh, that's not very good. Oh, this is not very good at all. Where's Chris?
Chris! Come on! This isn't funny!
Oh, please don't get attacked. I'll scream.
Chris!
Don't show me something scary,
I
please.
just want to go home, come on!
Oh, she doesn't know the way back either.
Fine, I guess I'm going home without you.
Oh, maybe she
I'm
does.
old, tired, and hungry. If you want to stay out here and play games, you can.
You know, Chris kind of sucked. He kind of deserved it. Christ. I hate this. This is very well made. Builds a lot of tension very well. Kind of wish it had slightly more interesting visuals. What the fuck? Oh, no, no, no. Don't put the camera up. I covered my eyes. I don't like this. It's not real. It's not real. Nothing that I'm watching is real. This is a production. Calm yourself, Jack Manifold. Christ. Someone just put in chat, Mr. Breast. Like the YouTube guy. As soon as there's more interesting visuals, you scream like a baby. Yeah, because, like, you know, like subversion of expectation. Like, I'm coming to expect just camera pointing at ground, so the second it looks up, I'm expecting it to be an event that I'm about to see. You really complain about the visuals, just cover your eyes and they show more. Yeah, because they'd set up an expectation by that point.
What are you doing?
It's actually very clever.
Because this isn't funny.
Okay, it wasn't that scary when the reveal happened. Now the reveal's happened, I'm over it. They were better at building tension than the payoff. They did a better job with the tension than the payoff. That's a shame. It's kind of goofy. I really like the fact that they used practical effects, but that was such an obvious kind of costume that it, like... Hold on. I told you the car would be weird, though. Oh, no, it's on top of Chris. I think the problem is the costume just isn't...
Because this isn't funny.
You know, yeah, you know what it is? Like, I love practical effects, but that's just obviously a costume, and it's kind of like... That's a shame. They did a really good job of building up fucking tension. You know what? They probably had a really low budget to make the costumes, so I'm not going to fucking clown it, but it's a little bit goofy. It's a little bit goofy. It's just a dude. Like, kind of takes you out of it when it's so obvious it's just a dude. It's a shame. But, like, you know what? Respect to them for using practical, and, like, honestly, up until this point, this has been a really scary, like, kind of tension-filled watch. Can't be too harsh about it. Low budget, brother has jets in his bath. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bath jets. Also, very good acting there. The screaming was... You know. She's doing what she's supposed to and screaming for someone to help. Yep, that's the right thing to do. Oh, she's back into her house. What? Ooh! That was a little bit scary. Again, cool concept for an ending. Costume slightly too goofy. Costume slightly too goofy. That's a shame, because that would have been a cool scare. Let me watch that one more time. You see, that was good. You know what it is? Like, the hands and the face are cool, and that's why when it came around the closet, it actually worked. But when you see full body shots, you realize it's just a costume. It doesn't really work. Like, yeah, it's something about it just doesn't look right. Cool, though. Cool concept. Cool concept, definitely. If the movement was a bit more stilted and sudden, it would be better. Yeah, it moved too human. You know what, though? Cool concept. Like, very good, like, storytelling and build-up and stuff. Like, someone said that in chat, and I completely agree. Like, it is. It's just... the payoff with the costume just was too lackluster. I think because it spends so long. It spends, like, nearly 20 minutes building it up for it to then be such kind of a weak payoff. You build it up to be something so much scarier in your head. Cool idea, though. And, you know, overall, VITA CARNIS as a series is sick. By the way, like, I love this concept. You know, but, yeah, I'd love to see this remade. But, yeah, no, I get it. Anyway, hold on. Hiccups again, but... Oh, my God, I've got hiccups again. Why does it always hit at the top of the hour? The critters led the prince out of the cave up to the top of the hill. The princes lay buried under and showed them the forest. This is our home for the wonder and beauty. Oh, the forest struggles to provide for all of us critters. And we're facing disaster. Can you help us? Interesting. Well, you know what time it is by the fact that I got the hiccups. It is, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, the top of the hour. And you know what that means? I have to run a minute-long ad. Now, I can't really breathe very well right now because I've got hiccups. So I'm gonna try and get through this. But basically, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna speed run. I'm gonna speed run the top of the hour announcement. An ad's gonna run for a minute. Please watch it. You can do what you want. You can get snacks while it runs. Just leave it open on your phone. Unless you really don't want to watch the ad, in which case you can subscribe for the low price of $4.99 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Thank you to everyone who's subbed so far. I'm gonna run the ad now and begin holding my breath because Christ, I've got really bad hiccups. Money, 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 words, words, words. Yes, thank you so much. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Alright, see you all in a minute. Okay, the ad's playing. Subs, I apologize. Usually I talk to you here, but I'm just going to have to hold my breath for a second. Hold on.
If you like practical effects horror, you should check out Daisy Brown. It's a short series on YT about a girl raising a monster baby named Alan. My diaphragm feels relaxed. I think that should be enough breath holding. But thank you for watching the ads. Really do appreciate it. We actually have more VITA CARNIS to watch. Can you believe it? And also, people keep telling us about this channel, Daisy Brown. I'm going to have a... I'll tell you what, let's have a quick look now. I probably won't watch it right now, but at least have a look. How long is it? Alan update. Oh, he is creepy. Everyone's saying if I like practical effects stuff, then I'm going to really like it. There's probably enough here to do a stream on it, actually. They're all short videos, but probably long enough that I could do a whole stream. Alright, yeah, sure. Alright. Next time we do a horror stream, we'll do a Daisy Brown one. I'm intrigued by that. Sure. How and why I made Daisy Brown. Oh, cool. There's like a behind the scenes stuff as well. Yeah, we'll definitely watch that. Okay, sick. Anyway, let's watch the next VITA CARNIS video, which is Species Anomaly Report. But yeah. More content to leech. All right. Look. I don't know if you know this, right? But when I started streaming, there was just a bunch of games that everyone used to play. There were trends. Nowadays a man's got to make content for himself, all right? I think horror is quite original as far as it goes, really. I got bills to pay, all right? Anyway, come on. Viewer discretion's advised. Oh, no, it's still, okay. True, and reactions are valid. So true, so true. CARNIS species log 14. Abnormality documentation. Harvester. Oh, harvesters are cool. Notable population density shift discovered between the dates of 1989 and... over the space of 2 months. Maps display the charted population of harvesters' location on a monthly basis. Okay, harvester population just shot up over 2 months in 1989. August 1st. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. It does seem like a lot of harvesters saying they were relatively rare beforehand. So why is everything set in Canada? Okay, right. I'm going to make a complaint now. This is a kind of creepy image, but this is the shit that analog horror gets clowned on for. Just like, le creepy face. And this feels like a very unnecessary le creepy face moment. Like... I get, like, the Mandela Catalog kind of makes sense. And, like, the Walton Files kind of like... I don't know. this one has obviously the mimics, and like it had the creepy face in the mimic video, but it kind of made sense because it was like the big eyes and shit. But this is just like weird left photoshopped face, and there doesn't seem to be any real reason for it. Yeah, no, I'm not. It's a family that was killed hiking. Yeah, I'm not. No.
Of checking out Himmery Mary. It's also a horror ARG series.
I've never heard of it. Maybe I will check it out. But yeah, I don't know. I get that they're probably mimics or some shit, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really rate this one. This one is kind of like analog horror cliche for the sake of analog horror cliche, it feels like. This is a weirdly creepy image for like no reason. There's gonna be a loud scream. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the population moved. My guess is that this family are gonna get killed by a harvester. Okay, they are growing tendrils. So there was like a Half-Life 2 noise in there. Canada jump scare, Lamau. Oh, poor baby. Oh, bless. That's sad. Oh, that's just loud. Loud for the sake of loud. Loud for the sake of loud. Yeah, okay. I get it. I don't like how loud it is. Just lots of unsettling noises. Yeah, so why is the population moving? Okay, as a flipped upside down Canada. I'm gonna pause it a second. I feel bad. I feel bad for the I guess another one of them got killed. Okay, the mother now. Let me guess, do they all die? Yeah, I get it. It's a creepy image. Christ. Oh, a little bit more here. Yeah, they just clearly got killed by the egg thing. I can't read that text. Okay, the prince does some magic to heal their home. Not the best one of these. No, I didn't quite rate this one. Is the prince bad? I think I'm beginning to understand the prince story now. I think I'm beginning to understand it. Yeah, I don't... There was some interesting visuals in this. I like this little, like, skull thing. I'm going to turn the volume down because the screaming's a bit unsufferable. But this, like, skull underground is, like, is a very cool visual. Very, like, haunting. But, yeah, I feel like this is the most analog horror-y out of them all. And, obviously, don't get me wrong, I love the analog horror, like,
genre, but there's like a level at which it like has its cliches, and its cliches are like slightly warped, creepy face, like and I mean here we are with exactly that, and just an abundance of loud noises and screaming and shit, and it's just like. I didn't find that one to be the scariest. I didn't feel scared. I was just like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. There's like a lot of like, it's an unsettling theme. I'm just unsettled, but I wasn't really scared. Where like, I found the one, as much as the costume was goofy, with the mimic, like, yeah, to be a little bit, yeah, like I found the mimic one to be at least like the tension built well, and the concept was scary, and like as much as the costume kind of was a bit lackluster, the idea was cool. Where this one was just like very on the nose with its like sort of analog horror. I don't dislike it. The idea is kind of cool, but yeah, I got to a point where I just was like very uncomfortable because I'm like, there's just a lot of loud noises that freak me out a little bit. Not as into that one. More unsettling than scary, yeah, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. Sometimes unsettling's very hard to do, but like something about that one. Didn't really like that one. Liked elements, but yeah, I feel like it was a very tried and tested, like le creepy face, le weird face, le screaming, just kind of mid. Felt more bad than scared, yeah. Sometimes horror works well when it's more low-key, yeah. Like, cause I think the problem is, like, I'm a very big fan of the Walton Files. And, like, the thing is, the Walton Files is almost the worst for those exact tropes. And maybe it's because I watched the Walton Files was the first ever analog horror series I watched. So it was kind of my first time experiencing those tropes. So maybe my brain was like, oh, I kind of... Yeah, the Walton Files felt... I know, and it also felt paced better. Like, Bunny Farm has a lot of, like, padding in between then creepy face screaming. Like, I don't know. I feel like the Walton Files just does it well. Like, I really like the Walton Files. But that felt like exactly what the Walton Files does, but, like, just not... I don't know. Walton Files just has that aesthetic, though. Yeah, it does. Like, I think, you know what it is? The Walton Files establishes that as its thing from the very beginning. Like, the weird face... and the loud noises, like it's a balancing act. Someone said that in chat. It's a very good point. But yeah, I think because this hasn't established it as its theme, so far it's been like creepy real world things to then use like the weird images. It didn't really work for me. But either way, I think I'm beginning to piece together the Prince story. This is what I wanted to say. The Prince story, I think I'm piecing together. My idea being that I think the little critters are supposed to represent mankind. And the Prince is, for now, I'm guessing the singularity, but I'm not 100% convinced. It could be anything. But the idea being that we, as a people, the critters, are like, our world, because basically the critters are like, we live in the forest, but the forest doesn't have enough to sustain us. We struggle for food. And then all of a sudden, like, there's this, like, there's this, basically the prince like does a weird thing, and it provides like they say, oh, the prince, if you could do any magic to help us eat and like give us enough food, that'd be cool. And then the prince conjures up something, and that's as far as we've gotten so far. But I think that is potentially like, it was like, oh, the critters gave some of like their food to the prince and stuff. And I'm getting the impression that us as a humanity, like growing the crawl and kind of like trusting that process, birthed something. I'm saying maybe the singularity, but someone said the monoliths protect the sleeping prince, and maybe there's like another creature we don't know of that the monoliths protect. But either way, I think the prince is like, we're the critters, and the prince is some version of the crawl, some VITA CARNIS that we think's gonna, and that's why there's a cult, right? I think this is why there's a cult that's trying to get people to like feed the hosts and stuff, because they believe that the VITA CARNIS will save sort of humanity from like overpopulation and starvation and stuff. I think that's my thinking.
That's my thinking. I'm not. Yeah, followers of the prince, I think, is the cult essentially, or like the prince, whatever the prince is in the real world. Because obviously this is like an allegory right now. But yeah, I'm not 100%. I don't know exactly what it is yet. We need to watch more. We got 2 more videos to watch. But that's my current thinking. I think that's a decent theory. Anyway, let's watch the flavor enhancer commercial. Great. I don't want any more flashing lights or loud sounds.
Flavor. The most crucial component to enjoying a good meal.
True. Very true.
The way food tastes is what makes eating so pleasurable.
It's true.
But what if you could savor every little detail you could possibly want? That is why we, at Nutrier Co., have made it so that you may enjoy every single bite you take. With our product, the Flavor Enhancer, you can extract every last morsel of taste from your plate.
Such a weird concept, like something that just makes things taste more.
With overwhelming demand for this essential product, even since our start earlier this year, we have delivered what you wanted. Now introducing the Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Now packaged in a larger size and modified recipe, there is now even more savory goodness to go around. Since our debut in mid-1990, the Flavor Enhancer has shown to be a major hit, with our product flying off the shelves.
Clearly.
The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe
Oh, subtitles, yeah, apologies.
allow us to satisfy your growing, tasting needs. Now allowing you to add even more enhancer to your dinner, making your food even better to enjoy. The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, available on shelves now.
But surely people would realize what this was doing to people, right? If it was the spores. Oh, your cam moved. It did. Sorry. Clicked on the wrong scene. That's why. Thank you for letting me know.
Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
You see, here it comes. Oh, noise, loud. Loud noise, high-pitched noise.
These larger serving sizes make dining even more pleasant, now allowing more generous amounts of enhancer at a time. Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, now available in stores near you. Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
Why is it still going? It's not nice. Makes my ears feel unhappy. Did something pop up on screen then? I wasn't looking. I shut my eyes out of... Fuck off. Come on. No, there wasn't even a fucking weird, creepy image.
Make your taste buds pop with the new deluxe size. Make tasting even more awesome.
Oh, lots of loud. Too much loud in this one. I'm turning it down.
Spoil your kids with this essential part of every meal. Nutrier Savor.
Bread.
Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Required for all meals, no matter how small it seems, just a little more. It is crucial to everyday eating. You need the flavor enhancer to enjoy eating. You need the flavor enhancer.
Consume, you need it. What was that? Wait, there was like some hands or some shit. That's just curry powder. Oh, yeah, hands are grabbing at it. Loud. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely sinister, this flavor enhancer stuff, but I'm still not 100% sure. Prince gathered what he could and then sail onwards. Once Prince returns home, they will come back to the island and return to the critters. Okay. Alright. I guess one more video. Symbols on the flag. Yeah, it's like people grabbing at the logo at one point as well. Like, I definitely think there is some sort of cult that, like, whatever this Prince figure represents, which I think is in some way a conjunction to the VITA CARNIS. What? Someone said the Prince had the logo on his flag. Oh, did he? I didn't spot that. Oh, so he did. So he did. Huh. Very interesting. The black ball is the Prince. I reckon something is. Said cult activity caused the giant meat snake. Ah, that is interesting. That would make sense. And then VITA CARNIS message. This is the last video. December 30, 1990.
In the distant horizon, the group of monoliths stand vacant. Although closed off to outsiders, their stance can be observed well outside the perimeter.
Loud. What was that message to Carcass, did that say? Okay. Very loud, very loud.
It is known to have hundreds of thousands of fibers that weave themselves deep underground, all connected in a grand mycelial network.
You might be confused as to why you received this package.
What package?
This was left to you because we share a common goal. I'm aware that
Carcass. Oh, Carcass is a thing. Okay. Conflicts with something. Private Organization of Containment and Research Consult Association Society has been experiencing backlash from government agencies about cooperation and violation of newly introduced policies of...
you studied Carnis and researched their properties. I'm also aware that you have received backlash for doing so. Something isn't as it seems, and you know this too.
Okay.
Unexplained phenomena, countless casualties, missing persons, fatalities, and yet no proper action, and notable silence about these affairs.
I'm going to turn off the subtitles because they're in the way of the subtitles that are on the screen.
I'm afraid and confused. Why is nothing being done? Because they don't want us to know. We've been kept in the dark while those above us slither and miss the blind. They have slowly been numbing our minds to their schemes, but they've made one crucial error.
Okay, the flavor enhancer does something different, it seems.
Crimes, traces of information. I've collected these pieces and found their loose ends. This is why I've left this message to you. The documents included with this tape is all the information that I have gathered. Every continuity, every cover-up, every clue that I could find, they all lead here. Something has been...
Moving to Ireland. Ah, interesting. That is right. Yeah. Okay, they were moving towards the island, the harvesters. That is weird.
going on these few years. Something big. Something they don't want us to know about. Just when you come in. I don't have the power to change things, but you do.
How?
Alongside the documents are plans. Plans for a meeting, one of great importance. You have the resources. This information I have provided to you. I hope you can put a stop to all the scandals. I just hope it isn't too late.
Okay, weird. Confused.
The monoliths are
Oh, interesting. Right, yeah, it's the critters are on an island, aren't they? And it said one day the prince will return.
truly an astonishing sight to behold.
Huh. Huh. very loud. Huh, was that it? Is that the creepy picture this time? There's usually more to the creepy picture. Huh. Page was ripped. Yeah, it sounds like the page being torn. Huh. Huh. Well, that's it so far. That is all of VITA CARNIS as of yet. That's been ongoing for the best part of a year now. But that is weird. I'm very intrigued. There's definitely a greater conspiracy. There's definitely like a group of human beings that are trying to like feed sort of thing. How long's the bloody film theory? If it's not too long, we'll watch it. If it's long, though, we shan't, as I've got things to do. Oh, it's 20 minutes long. Now, I would love to watch the MatPat video. But sadly, I have like a couple of things to do tonight because I'm very busy tomorrow, and I've got a couple of things to do before that. So I should probably do those before I go to bed because I've also got to get up very early tomorrow because we're doing the fucking Tommy show. I am very intrigued by the VITA CARNIS film theory, but honestly, my guess is that it's very similar to what I've said, right? That there's some cult that's kind of, you know, following this sort of Prince story. Like I feel like I've got my own active theory, you know what I mean? But it's very interesting. I really like the concept. It's very similar to what you said. Then we're fine. But either way, I really do like the sort of concept of like the biology behind these things. Like I love how they work in an ecosystem and kind of provide food in a way, and like, yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's cool. All the creatures are very interesting. I like it. I didn't like the last couple of videos as much as the original ones. I really liked the sort of like informational ones about the creatures. I didn't really like the harvester one with the family, but overall it's a good series. I really like the idea. I think there's, you know, it's pretty good. But anyway, that's been me. The documentary is God tier. I don't know what that means, but either way, I hope you did enjoy this stream. Someone said, can we raid Soldier Boy? I have noticed that Soldier Boy is live. But I think I know who we're going to raid. But either way, before we announce that, I would like to ask that if you are enjoying that, we will go back to VITA CARNIS as more episodes get uploaded. So do subscribe if you did enjoy. Your name will appear right there as a little thank you as well. I mean, do follow. Sorry, not subscribe. Though you are welcome to subscribe, of course. Just like Georgie Leanne did with the Prime. Thank you so much. You can also follow all my other socials. They're all JackManifoldTV and linked under ! Socials. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and my Discord at discord.gg/JackManifoldTV. Of course, you can sub to the YouTube channel with !YT in the chat. Please do, because the boxing video about my experience in Creator Clash is out very, very soon. It's currently being edited. So do keep an eye out, because that will be out soon. I don't know when, but over the next few days, I think. Maybe even next few days to maybe a week or so. But either way, do subscribe. And of course, sub to the VODs channel if you would like to check out previous VODs. There will be one uploaded right after this stream ends. Either way, I've been me, you've been you, you've been awesome. Thank you for being so. I'm going to raid Astral Spiff. He's a friend of mine. Apparently, I'm in one of his videos. I don't know which one, but apparently Spiff included me in one of his videos, which is very cool. It's obviously not one I've seen, but someone tweeted about it. I was like, oh. But either way, yeah, we're going to raid Astral Spiff. Go show him some love. Go say hi. He does a lot of horror game content. He mainly plays FNAF. He's mainly a FNAF guy. So if you like my sort of horror stuff, you're going to enjoy his. Please do give him a follow. and show him some love because he's a lovely guy who, back when I was FNAF speedrunning, used to send me video. He literally, this is the type of guy Astral Spiff is right before we end. Astral Spiff used to make videos. If I was doing, so he did FNAF speedrun challenges, and sometimes I would stream his challenges to try and beat his times. And if I was actively doing it, he would tune into the stream, and if I was struggling with a trick that he did in the video, he would record me a video and upload it unlisted to his YouTube channel on how to pull off that trick so I could check it live on stream. He is one of the kindest people. He's a great guy. So please do show him some love because he really does deserve it. But anyway, I will see you all. Actually, probably won't be live. I probably won't be live tomorrow because the show's quite late and I'm going to be exhausted. And then I'm also busy Saturday night. So I probably won't be live again till Sunday. So I hope you do survive over this 2-day content drought. But yeah, I should be live again on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. But either way, take care. It's been wonderful. I will see some of you at the show tomorrow, I assume. Take care. Have a good one. See you Sunday.